Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clark on YouTube. Oh no! Somewhere deep inside all of us, we have a beautiful voice, a captivating light that can seemingly outshine any amount of darkness that we face in this lifetime, and personalities that have left forever imprints on all the hearts that we have loved at some point or another in our lives. And that's what defines all of our legacies. Hello to all of you once again. It is a beautiful evening, and you have found my thumbnail and clicked on my video and found my YouTube channel, and I can't thank you enough for that. You're thinking to yourself, wow, Jonathan Clark, you make amazing YouTube videos. I know, thank you so much for thinking that. I have this unbelievable way of telling stories, and to be honest with each and every one of you, I love telling stories. So if you're a fan of my videos, I can't thank you enough, and I'm glad you're here. I love having you here. It is great company in the evenings. And I love to give my commentary on Descendants and Zombies through the power of telling a story, because for every other YouTuber out there, the biggest challenge, I think, is providing narrative commentary on what you guys love and appreciate so much. In this case, it's Descendants and Zombies. And I recognize that Descendants and Zombies has had a profound impact and left a forever imprint on all of your hearts. And because I appreciate it just as much as each and every one of you do, and appreciate the fact that you're here, I not only want to captivate your eyes with beautiful thumbnails and captivating descriptions, which is one way of distributing a video that seemingly goes nowhere, I also want to provide you with a unique way of telling a story, in this case about Descendants and Zombies, about the content you all love and the content that's brought us all together. So you're going to have to forgive me for doing that. I've had an ability to do this for over 30 years. I've studied theater for most of my life, and I've been able to captivate people through the most unimaginable ways and techniques. And I've somewhat found a greater appreciation for that. I love having you guys here, and I hope that you keep hitting the subscribe button because you love this content just as much as what I love creating it for you. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes on this YouTube channel that you don't see. I create the thumbnails, which I've known how to create for forever. I don't use any AI. I type up my own descriptions because I have to. I use keywords because I have to. And I don't even use hashtag creators to do it. I use no tools online, and I just speak from my heart and distribute this content from my heart. For those of you who notice, I'm wearing a diamond pattern sweater. That probably puts you in mind of the Prince of Descendants. I'm very into what I do. I have the watch that matches it. Very into what I do, and I believe it just as much as what each and every one of you do. And because I know about the imprint that these two franchises, whether it be Descendants or Zombies, have left on your heart, I love being here for you, and I love providing you with these commentaries. I've been doing it for 25 years. Maybe not on Descendants, but I've been doing it for what feels like forever. And it's been an honor of mine being able to provide you my unique commentaries that separates me from every other YouTuber out there. And I'm really happy that you're here, because a lot of people are uploading videos about Descendants and Zombies that make no sense to me, and probably perhaps all of you. So hopefully you can make sense of some of these videos, and you will find time in hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button. I love when people hit the like button too, because it shows engagement. It shows a passion that we all share, the passion that's brought us all together for either Descendants or Zombies. I love that. The thing about me is I'm always checking my subscriber count throughout the day. I upload these videos every morning, and I check my subscriber count, and I check my likes every single morning, literally every hour, if not every 15 minutes. People are telling me to stop doing it, and I can't pull myself away from checking my subscribers or my likes, because I love seeing the subscribers going up, because it shows an appreciation for this YouTube channel and the content. And I've been really heartbroken over the announcement that Ruby Rose Turner is dropping out of Descendants, or at least until Descendants 6, which we're a long way away from. So I've found it very difficult sleeping at night. Ever since I moved into this house, literally every morning, ever since I found this house, I've listened to Life is Sweeter every morning, I kid you not. And I love that song so much. And I'm not the only one of my friends that have become addicted to that song. I think we're all, in this house, we're all caught up in listening to this song every single day. because of the very powerful message that song conveyed and brought forth to Descendants. A very different message from every other song that we heard. No matter if it was Rotten to the Core, which was the introductory song to Dove Cameron, Cameron, voice of the Carson's characters, Mal, Evie, and Carlos. We go from that to Ways to be Wicked, Chillin' Like a Villain, which took the world by storm, went up to the Billboard chart and hit the top 100 without even thinking about it. These were very different songs. The soundtrack for Descendants: The Rise of Red was released about a month before the movie was released, like they usually do, the soundtracks. And this song was described as a bubblegum type kind of song that would almost immediately get stuck in your head, almost instantly. And lo and behold, it got stuck in my head. I'm snapping my fingers all the time. I don't know the choreographing. I haven't got that down pat. I haven't got that quite figured out yet. Because I was more into the technical aspect of theater and doing stuff behind the screen. So basically, every time something would screw up, I would run out and do the sound check. I would do the special effects, like for something like Phantom of the Opera. I told you that story about how I fell down through the stage one night producing that. Something went wrong with the smoke machine, and I fell down through a hole. Next thing I knew, ambulance was called, and that's a whole different story for a whole different video. But on that night, I literally became the Phantom of the Opera. And then I remember years ago when schools actually obtained the right, I believe that was in 2008, to produce High School Musical from their own perspective. And I was so excited to get my hands on that for the very first time and incorporate my own kind of perspective on High School Musical. It was so much fun when that was first announced by Disney, when they were releasing the license for High School Musical. I've seemingly been a part of everything. But I can tell you from one heart to another, this has been a huge honor of mine, being a part of the Descendants and Zombies franchises and being able to commentate it for you from my point of view, how I feel about it, which separates me from every other YouTube creator out there who seem to find nothing but negative things to say about Descendants and Zombies, and I can't stand that. I've heard enough of it. I heard a lot of criticism about Zombies, Dawn of the Vampires. I didn't like it. I didn't accept it. I didn't want to accept it. Because a lot of you deserved better. And I've heard my fair share of criticism about Descendants. So we've heard a lot of criticism about both franchises, and I'm fed up with it. Because you guys are from all different age demographics. Some of you understand it, some of you don't understand it because you're younger than other fans of it. The age demographic of Descendants expands beyond belief. So for those of you who don't understand it, I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to be very frank, and very to the point. You guys deserve better commentaries than what you're hearing about this and better narrative points of view. People are commentating on Descendants and they don't even understand anything about it. They don't have any appreciation for you, who you are as a person, and the reasons why you love the series. No matter if it's because you love the franchise because of the positive messages, the music, the dolls, the merchandise, how you dress up as your favorite Halloween character from Descendants. I know this because I've seen it. There are young girls who knock on my door every year on Halloween dressed up as Descendants characters, and I love it because it just shows how much of a passion each and every one of you have and share in the same interest. This is the first Disney franchise, I think, or two franchises that have brought us all together. And I hope they keep doing this for forever. And even if they don't keep doing this for forever, I want to give you my word. I want to make a promise between all of us that I will do my best for the next 25 years at least to keep Descendants and Zombies alive as two respective franchises for the people who love it so much. If we're going down in this together. I proudly said that I will take a bullet from every single critic out there for each and every one of you, and I mean that. I don't just dress up in patterned sweaters every single day to get my own subscribers or to achieve monetization, because I don't care about monetization. What I care about is you guys, and I care about you finding the content that you will find time and appreciating. And how I can keep you as subscribers by hitting the subscribe button. You will get notifications from me almost every single day, or if not every second day. And we'll talk about Descendants and Zombies, because I know how much each and every one of you appreciate it. Actually today, just to give you an example of how much I know you appreciate Descendants and Zombies, I was trying to create this PNG file of the Descendants logo for you to hit for the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me, so I had to revert back to going back to the Mickey logo down in the corner, which you can hit the subscribe. It is so difficult to create a Descendants PNG file. I will get it done at some point or another, because I do know the techno paralysis. I have this techno paralysis with computers and stuff. It was so hard to create that file. Oh my God, I drove myself insane. I found myself pulling my hair out of my head today. I'm doing everything I can for everybody that I know out there appreciates Descendants and Zombies, and I give you my word I will never ever quit on each and every one of you. And I say this because a lot of my first ever subscribers to this YouTube channel are still here. This YouTube channel relaunched, my podcast relaunched on August 5th, 2024. That's a little over a year ago. And a little less than a year ago, actually. And I still have those same subscribers who are obviously diehard fans. Guys, I can't thank you enough. I went from something like 570 subscribers to like 1,600 subscribers seemingly overnight. For some reason, unexplained reason, this YouTube channel blew up. I don't know if it was because the algorithm gods were shining down on me and wanted to give me a bit of help. I don't know if it was help from my parents watching from up above. I don't know. But each and every one of you seemingly never quit on this YouTube channel. And some of the first subscribers, thank you guys so much. God love you from the bottom of my heart. I can't thank you enough for just being here and staying with me and staying with this YouTube channel, because I can't even begin to put into words how I appreciate you guys for just being here. I am really excited to see where Descendants 5 is going to be taking us. Having said that, I've been excited for Descendants 5 ever since I first saw The Rise of Red for what now is the 150th time. Every Sunday night I think I watch Descendants: The Rise of Red. The reason behind it is the powerful message of how every dream is a possibility. Every dream can become a reality. All you have to do is believe in yourself and believe in it. Let me reiterate that again for you. Believe in yourself and believe in it. So you have to have a goal. What they teach you in school is this. They teach you to achieve every dream possible, no matter how unachievable that dream may be. And I know there are some teachers out there that will look at you and say that every dream is not achievable, but it is. Because what they teach you, and sometimes, cliche around the proverbial bush in school, is that you have to have a goal. You have to have either a goal or a dream, and then you have to achieve that goal or that dream. And you can't achieve it without having it. So whatever that goal or that dream is, I want you to know that you can achieve pretty much anything that you want to in this life, because you only have one life to live, and you only have one goal, a chance to make that goal count. So I know that Descendants and Zombies have done a fabulous job, a remarkable job in driving that point home. No matter what installment of Descendants and Zombies you can recall, they have done a fabulous job in driving that point home. I'm not only excited about Descendants: The Rise of Red sequel. They were calling it Descendants: The Rise of Red 2 for a while, but they're calling it now Descendants: Wicked Wonderland. That's going to be an amazing title. I'm not only a fan of Descendants, but I'm also a huge fan of zombies too, and I'm really looking forward to the introduction of vampires and the Daywalkers and seeing what kind of confliction we will see in this. Big fan of supernatural stuff. Big fan of vampires, werewolves, witches, goblins, trolls. I love that kind of stuff. But I'm more into Descendants for you guys right now, because I know how much of a passion you guys share with that kind of stuff. For those of you who say that that song, Life is Sweeter When You Are, has not been stuck in your head for the past year, I don't believe you. I was a huge fan of the original Descendants trilogy, will forever be a huge fan of the original Descendants trilogy, but the way I look at it is Dove Cameron has kind of shut out Descendants, and she shut out the Disney past. She's describing it as now in a lot of the interviews she's dropping on social media platforms. Going back to what I said here earlier on this podcast, you guys deserve better. I mean, you don't deserve to hear your idol saying that she wants to shed her Disney past and leave it behind her, put it behind her. So that's why I'm really thankful for Dove Cameron, leaving and seeing people like Kylie Cantrell. I'm really thankful for Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner really bringing this franchise to life in a way that I don't think anybody ever expected that they would. Ever since I moved into this house about a year and a half ago when I found this house, Descendants: The Rise of Red has been on my mind for forever. And I know that Descendants: The Rise of Red has received its fair share of criticism. There are people uploading videos every single day talking about how much they hate it. But with every single person that uploads videos talking about how much they hate it, there are 550 million people who love it. And that's what I love about you guys, is that you have never ever quit on this Descendants franchise, with or without who seemingly turned her back on each and every one of you. You guys have never ever quit on this franchise. And yeah, I said it, Dove Cameron turned her back on all of us. It breaks my heart to realize that, and that to be the reality that we are all faced with. But Dove Cameron just wants to put Descendants behind her because she believes they told the story and they completed it. And I believe that even though a fairy tale life has been said to be so overrated, a fairy tale life does exist, happily ever after does exist, and I don't believe that there is ever a point in time in a saga's lifespan that a final chapter can't be written or another chapter can't be written. There is always an opportunity to create off what you already created. There's always a new opportunity to reintroduce yourself, and it's just the reality we're faced with is Dove Cameron doesn't want to do it. She's left that responsibility to Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker, who have done a fabulous job doing it. I think that there couldn't have been two other celebrities, unlike Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker, who could have brought the characters Red and Chloe Charming to life, and who have yet to bring characters to life for Descendants, like the character Pink. We've got this new actress coming in for that. But again, I'm really heartbroken over the fact that Ruby Rose Turner is out of this franchise. I go back to how powerful of songs like Shuffle of Love and Life is Sweeter were, and how much of an influence it had on each and every one of us. I mean, we couldn't get these songs out of our heads every single day and night. I was listening to that song, I kid you not. If not that, the theme song from Tangled was always in my head. And I saw these cool graphics of Ruby Rose Turner being compared to Rapunzel earlier today, and it blew my mind. I also heard this unique cover of the This Is Me song, originally written for the Camp Rock score back in 2006, and they rewrote the lyrics as the Bridget anthem, and I fell in love with it. I wish I could play it for you on this show, but I can't because of copyright terms, and I don't want to violate those. But this anthem that was inspired by the Camp Rock song This Is Me, originally comprised by Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas, was a beautiful anthem of what Bridget represented in that movie and wanted to inspire us all to be. And I think that she's definitely going to have her own anthem if she ever comes back, makes a triumphant return for Descendants, which I'm going to be all there for. I'm going to be like, hey, it's Bridget. If you haven't already figured it out, Bridget is my favorite Descendants character, and I'm not alone in that proverbial boat. I'm not rolling along the stream without more Bridget fans in the same boat as me. I thought she was so full of life. I thought she was so inspiring. And for a girl that was always turned down for roles that she wanted to aspire to have in Hollywood as her part of her career, Ruby Rose Turner has done a fabulous job. I remember watching Ruby ever since she was 12 years old, and she had so much courage. She was so courageous. Everything she was dealing with in her personal life, she put it beside her and put it behind her and was able to entertain you in a way that I don't think anybody who would ever been given the same opportunities as Ruby had been presented with did it. I want to say this, Ruby, I'm going to miss you, man. And I hope I see you in the future, and I hope I get the opportunity to work with you because, man, I'm ready to go. I want to be in these Descendants franchises. I want to be in the Zombies franchises. I haven't done anything with entertainment since Buffy the Vampire Slayer back in 1997. One of my very good friends who was one of the extra vampires on that TV series passed away earlier this year. His name was Scott Schwartz. I've always had this passion for entertainment. I've done stuff in the 90s, and I kind of want to get back into it because of each and every one of you. You know, obviously vampires and zombies have been reintroduced in a way that they weren't in the time of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which was 1997. And that was a time when TV series that focused on vampires and goblins and witches and trolls and VK kids were really frightening. I mean, I remember watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and being afraid to close my eyes at night. I remember that the pilot episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer was so freaky. And Disney's come into this new sci-fi realm where they have really mastered the ability to introduce us to vampires and zombies, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to introduce vampires into the zombies saga, the storyboard. I know a lot of people are really upset that the vampires and daywalkers don't have fangs, but what you got to think about is all the age demographics watching this and how scary it would be for somebody watching this and seeing the fangs coming out of somebody's head. I like what they're doing with it. In response to some of the comments that I read about how people are upset they don't have fangs, they're doing what they have to do. And they're staying within a specific TV rating and Disney Plus rating for the streaming service. And I respect that. I respect that a lot. Now, if I was a vampire slayer and Dawn of the Vampires, yeah, I'd want that fangs. I'm going to admit to that. I'm going to want to see 500 zombies coming at me, 500 vampires, and I'm going to kick a whole lot of ass. Because I just have this passion for for entertainment. I just have this passion for having fun and creating something special for someone. I can guarantee you this. If I was a vampire slayer in Dawn of the Vampires, the installment of Zombies, it would be the funniest installment of Zombies that you would ever see in your life. It would beat out the Reanimated series. It would beat out any of the ones you've seen from the previous trilogy. It would be so fun, because I've had this dream of wanting to fight Dracula in a woods, and I haven't achieved that yet. But maybe many of you can help me out with that by increasing my subscriber count on this YouTube channel. I've either had a dream of wanting to be that, or the Prince in Descendants. I've had a huge crush on all the Disney princesses for forever. I've always admired them, and I've always admired the messages that the Disney princesses have tried to convey for the last at least 50 plus years. I remember seeing all the books that were published for Beauty and the Beast back in 1756. When I first saw the rewritten version of that, it blew my mind. And how Disney could take stuff like Beauty and the Beast and Snow White and turn it around. And then we get this huge inspired Disney musical, which was really sketched to be an action-adventure years ago. I would have loved to have seen them do it as an action-adventure, with a bit of music thrown in there. Kenny Ortega comes in, turns it all around, and makes it huge with 781 hours of stream time on Disney+, 250 million hours of stream time on Disney Plus for Zombies. I liked it. I really appreciated it, but I think that for those of you who are hearing that Descendants and Zombies are reaching its end, and for instance they're running out of supernatural creatures to talk about, don't ever believe that. Don't ever believe that. And if there's ever been a reason for you to hit my subscribe button, this is it. Because we will never run out of supernatural creatures. I remember watching Supernatural when I was a teenager and being blown away by that. I've loved the passion of these Disney stars who come out of Disney and want to go immediately into horror type stuff like Are You Afraid of the Dark, and Meg Donnelly wanting to still be in these vampire-like movies, and how Meg Donnelly has this unbelievable personality. One minute she wants to be a zombie, the next she wants to be a werewolf, the next thing we see her as an alien, and now we're seeing her as a vampire in this movie. I also want to be Meg Donnelly's love interest, because if Zed is falling for this new vampire kung fu fighting panda chick, I want to be Meg Donnelly's love interest. I've got this passion for these stars because I know how much their careers mean to each and every one of them. I saw this video where Meg Donnelly was thanking everybody for 400,000 followers just 2 days ago. And I said to myself, 400,000 followers, that's it? After everything you've done, after everything you've given us, 400,000 followers? Yes, you have a reason to be proud of it, but you deserve a hell of a lot better than that. I want to say this. Anyone with under 500,000 subscribers or followers deserves a hell of a lot better than that. Ruby Rose Turner, standing at 1.5 million followers on Instagram, or X, whatever they're calling it, she deserves a lot more than that. And so does Meg Donnelly. Meg Donnelly is an incredibly beautiful person. She's very passionate about what she believes in. Ruby Rose Turner has forever stood as the shield of Descendants and love and kindness. And I like to believe that Ruby Rose Turner has inspired more people to exemplify kindness in their own life, which I hope you exemplify today. If there's one message I want you to run away with from the Descendants and Zombies franchises, respectively, and run away with from this YouTube channel, is that there's never enough kindness spread in this world, and we can all go out of our way to make more of a difference and more of a significant impact in somebody's life who just needs kindness, who never sees enough of it. I have firmly believed that the words "I love you" are never said enough. And I want to say this, the more that we can say this and the more that we can spread kindness in this world, it will make it a better place. It will make it a more desirable place to want to live in, because I've always said this is never the world, it's the people in the world that make the world sometimes a very awful place to live in. I know there's always going to be that occasional idiot that will always show up and, try to ruin it for us all. But the thing is, we just have to look past that. And I think there are more good people out there than there are negative people and bad people and miserable people. And I think that Descendants fans, more than ever, have this unbelievable ability to outshine any amount of darkness that we may encounter in our own lives. I know this because I've experienced it. I didn't think that over 1,600 people who love Descendants and Zombies were going to gravitate to this YouTube channel the way that you have, and from one heart to another, from my heart to yours. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you beyond belief for what you've done for this YouTube channel and what you have done for my life. You have forever left an imprint on my heart, and I will never forget any of you for what you did for me. Because when I thought my podcast had recorded its final podcast and streamed for the final time, and I hung up the headset in 2018, that was 7 years ago, I didn't think I was coming back. But all of you wanted a hero. You pulled me out of the proverbial abyss, And I can't thank you enough for that. What you have done for this YouTube channel and what you have done for me as a podcaster is unbelievable. I just streamed this show out of my room, out of my bedroom, for God's sake, out of my home. And you guys have blown it up. I can't thank you enough for that. I obviously go above and beyond the requirements of a YouTuber talking about Descendants and Zombies, but I'm going to be honest with each and every one of you and to the point. I love this. I love doing it for you. And I hope you love the content just as much as what I do creating it for you. So hopefully you're going to think this YouTube channel is cool. You're going to hit my subscribe button and you're going to get notifications from me about Descendants and Zombies. Because you will not find videos like this. The reality of it is that we are faced with tonight. You're never going to find videos like this anywhere else when it comes to Descendants and Zombies. You're just going to see 5-minute videos that are stupid. Where people are just narrating Descendants and Zombies because they're being paid to do it. Either that or they just have nothing else to talk about. So I'm hoping you're going to keep it locked on this YouTube channel because I love creating this content for you, and I hope you love watching it just as much, either by yourself or as a family or with your friends. It's a huge honor of mine being here, and hopefully you're thinking to yourself, man, this guy is cool. He knows what's up. Honestly, thank you from one heart to another. So what do you say we watch this cool Halloween footage where Red and Chloe dressed up as themselves, and nobody even knew it was them on Halloween? I've often thought about dressing up as myself on Halloween, but I never got around to doing it. So what do you say we watch this video together? Don't forget to hit my subscribe button. It is a huge honor of mine. And what do you say we watch this footage together?
Descendants Kylie and Malhiha dress up as their movie characters for Halloween.
These teenage girls, Shar asked them,
don't they look like the girls from the movie?
The girl was like, no, that does not look like that. They're like, no. Guys, no one thinks it's us.
Wait, are you actually? I am. Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's you! I'm sorry.
What's your name? Like photo?
Oh my, that was lovely, wasn't it? I told you I was into it. I even have a Mickey Mouse coffee mug. I even have a Mickey Mouse coffee percolator up in my kitchen, and a Mickey Mouse toaster, and stop laughing. I do this because I have a passion for it, just like each and every one of you. I share in the same passions as each and every one of you have for the past 10 years, and pretty much for me, my entire life. Oh, there's just something about having a cup of tea in the nighttime. Yeah, I have a Mickey Mouse coffee percolator, a Mickey Mouse waffle maker, a Mickey Mouse toaster, and I just haven't got it all unpacked yet. Guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for making this YouTube channel so huge. And from where I choose to look at it from my perspective, the greatest Disney Descendants Zombies YouTube channel ever. Thank you so much for that. Because you could be on anybody else's YouTube channel tonight sinking in their Descendants and Zombies videos, but you're here. And because you're here, I have this diamond pattern sweater on. I'm looking more like a prince than I ever have in my life. And I share in the same passions as each and every one of you. Thank you so much. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please go out of your way to do that. Up the subscriber count. Blow this YouTube channel up. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi. Welcome back. I appreciate you being here, and I'm happy you came back, and I'm happy you're here with me tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your night and your busy schedules, your busy lives. I'd listen to my point of view on Descendants once again. What do you say we go spread some kindness? I've got a lot to spread myself in my own right. I've got tickets to Lilo and Stitch, the premiere on Friday. That's going to be chaotic. 300 kids and me in a movie theater. I will talk more about that when I see the movie for the first time, because I remember seeing the Lilo and Stitch animated classic back in 2001, 2002. It generated over 371 million. I'm expecting this one to exceed all expectations of all the critics, and I certainly hope it does. Stitch is right there. Thank you so much for watching this. From one heart to another, it has been an honor of mine. Hopefully you will hit my subscribe button. Bye, YouTube. We will do it again in a couple of days.